At this exact moment, our digital recorder lying next to the PX device captures an absolutely frightening and terrorizing voice.
Fucking right now, pussy!
Welcome to Clock Punchers. We're back doing our little baby. We're doing our podcast again. We know you all been excited. Actually, no, you haven't, but we're excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
We're all excited here. We've been having issues keeping our pants on. So, man, it's been fucking forever.
Yeah.
It's been friggin' forever. We've been busy doing a whole bunch of other shit. Work
like
schedules.
Like the holidays, like, what was the last time we did it? It was around, well, right after Fallout 4 had come out. Like,
right after Fallout 4 came out, yeah.
And, like, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, and then there was a point where we both got sick really bad.
Real sick, and then we just been doing work on Undertale up until this point, and then we just shit happened. Like, work schedules change, and work is a pain in the ass.
Oh,
we all know how it is.
Oh, yeah. Like, especially mine.
Yeah.
Like, I used to have a set schedule where I would work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I would get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Which Fridays are, generally speaking, are days to meet up and actually get shit done for the channel.
That's just been thrown out the water. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or usually Friday, Saturday, I work Sunday, then I get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, then I work, generally I'm working like 8 days straight. And I know, and your schedule's been kind of wonky as of late too, hasn't it?
A little bit, but not really. I mean, long-ass story short, we're just going to be getting together every other week, but we're going to be working twice as hard on that day to get you guys, shit to actually watch. So
especially today.
Especially today. Oh yeah, we got some interesting things coming up.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to ruin it for you because it's just barely in the editing stage right now, but it's kind of trashy.
I'm the trash man. I start eating garbage.
It's real trashy. We think you're going to enjoy this. We cooked this up, so the live action is returning.
Yep, we got that, and other than that,
not a whole lot. I'm gonna there's gonna be some more Undertale parts coming up soon. I've got a whole bunch of stuff of that ready for it. I just haven't edited.
Yeah.
So I need to get that working. My damn computer, but that's another topic. I'll complain about computers and coming up soon, but yeah, it's rough. We all know the struggle.
Yeah.
So.
And I've got another episode of The Odd Ones coming out. I've got a few ideas. I got some footage recorded, and I just need to work on it basically. Just some of these games, like I showed him what's called the shower game, and every time I would try to record it, it just wouldn't record right. It'd be choppy as shit. So I said, scrap that. And I'll just figure out what to do from then on.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and link the video down in the description whenever this gets posted, so you can go ahead and check that out. He put a lot of work into it. It's really good. Weird ass games. If you like weird ass games, check it out down in the description.
Definitely.
But yeah, after long contemplation, we've been wanting to do this forever, and we actually have some shit to talk about now. Finally, shit's actually been happening, because right after the holiday season, shit's just dead. Just dead. And even now, a lot of us are just talking about old freaking shit. So, the first thing you ever want to talk about, I haven't looked much into The Division, but you said the Division beta compares a lot to Destiny and how it works.
It does a lot. Like, a lot of the loot system is basically kind of set up like, you got your green as your rare, your blue as your common or something like that. And then you got your ultra rare and your legendary. And it's got a system based kind of like that, from what I've seen in the beta. I haven't really personally got into the beta because, well, I'm not that known. I just can't really pick it up. But I've seen people that have actually signed up, and I wish I could have. But
so, would you say that it looks like it would, be a lot more fun, even though the elements are the same, like with the loot system?
Well,
so I've heard a little bit about the loot system, but it seems like the world is barren.
It's kind of barren, but from what I've seen, I think you get random pickups from enemies, and they have this area called the Dark Zone where you can get a ton of loot, and it's basically kind of like a PvP area. You can either work together or basically just screw everybody out. Like, from what I've seen, even if you target someone, or even if you accidentally shoot around, like if your finger slips,
Yeah.
you've gone rogue.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
gone rogue, and everybody, it's just...
When you go rogue,
chaos.
that means you're marked for death by everyone else on the map.
Oh, yeah. And from what I've seen, I can see this being cheesy. Like, you get the items for whatever, like I think it's like a bio thing or something like that. You got, a helicopter comes down, you kind of work with that. I can see people literally just kind of like stalking these people.
Yeah.
Like stalking, like, groups.
Waiting
and
for
then-
them to get all the loot, and then they just
and then-
strike after
Yeah,
it's done.
as they're putting the things on there, you just strike.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
And how it's comparable to Destiny, it's kind of got the same MMO. Well, Destiny's an MMO FPS. This is kind of like an MMO third-person shooter.
I hear that it's a lot like if Uncharted were an MMO.
In a way, yes.
In a way, just from how it shoots and how everything is similar to it, from what I've heard.
Yeah. I will say this from what I mean. Sure, it was in beta, but I've seen a lot of exploits. Like people have already hacked the game.
Oh yeah, I guess the files for the online files were saved to the actual system itself.
Yeah.
Like all the values and everything. So you could literally go in there and fucking notepad and make yourself like badass god from like day one, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, and I will say this: the track record Ubisoft has been getting as of late. Will I say this kind of trumped Destiny since Destiny. This current Destiny hasn't had a DLC like they usually did. Didn't they come out like yearly, like the expansions?
Yeah, that's what their supposed schedule is going to be.
So there's no expansion this year.
I think it's every other year or something like that.
Every other year?
I don't even know. Shit's fucked up at Bungie right now.
They could have at least fucking teased something, but will this kind of kill it? We'll see at the final product. I'm definitely gonna pick it up just to see what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah, I definitely want to try that later on because it looks like it could be a lot of fun. Because you don't even know why people are dying. Like supposedly there's going to be some sort of thing to do with zombies and some kind of virus. Well, who knows what they could throw something awesome in there,
Yeah.
like some kind of weird, fucked up zombie shit. They could throw in some like halfway supernatural shit if they wanted to. It's such a blank slate, you know.
But like I've seen Angry Joe, I've seen Funhouse play it, and they were literally at Ubisoft Studios. I had this just strange feeling that the Ubisoft guy was just basically holding their hand, telling him, "Hey, come with me. You don't need to do this." Like there are certain parts I'm just like, at least let them explore. Let them.
Yeah.
So it kind of got me a little tidbit scared for the game. But back to my original thing, will this kind of kill Destiny in its current form? Maybe. They pushed back Destiny 2, so we'll see in the coming year. I think it will kind of trump it, but you never know. And the thing is, it's not going to be hard to trump Destiny because most of the Destiny players they're gone. Because quick fact is, a buddy of mine who used to play online a lot, they sent out surveys asking people why they quit playing the game. So me and this buddy dude, he was playing forever. We were playing on PS3, then like a year or two later, we both got PS4s and I was playing with him again. And it's that dude put more time into Destiny than I think anyone else has. Like that dude is like an MMO vet. Like he plays Final Fantasy 14, all that stuff. And he got the email. He sent me a message over PlayStation. He's like, dude, this is hilarious. Bungie sent me an email. And I'm like, did you rip them a new asshole? He's like, yes, I did. You know, it's just so boring, so dull, so little to do. And they want us to feel sorry for them on some things. And I'm like, no. When you charge money for something, be straight up about what it is. If you're going to say, hey, there's some stuff to do, but a lot of it's repetitive, that's fine. You know? I mean, even though they brought back Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris, and they had Trials of Osiris, and then the Sparrow Racing League, which had 2 fucking maps.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun, but it got repetitive.
Yeah, they're trying to lower the standards of gaming, and it's not going to work. They think because they're such a powerhouse company, they can do it, sell such a cheaper product out for the same amount of money. It's just not gonna work. Like, supposedly their engine's really bad, but that's a whole different story.
That's a whole different story.
It's a whole different thing, but long story short, I mean, the Division has got to bring the replayability and content and things to actually be worth putting time into that players want. Because MMOs are big. So if you're wanting MMO players to get into your game, there better be a lot of stuff to do.
And bringing this up kind of brings up this one game called Defiance. It was also based off the TV show.
I remember that. That game went free to play, didn't it?
I think so. I really wanted to pick it up because I actually liked the show Defiance, but it was just shit. It was. I mean, they had an MMO on consoles, but it was shit.
Just not good.
No, it wasn't good at all, from what I've heard. And even a 14-year-old kid I knew from Xbox Live was like, "Yeah, don't buy it."
Damn! Even when the 14-year-olds are telling you it's bad, that's a sign. That's a sign, man.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. So it kind of shows you, like, MMOs are not really meant for consoles, but maybe more of a kind of an RPG hybrid type can work.
Oh yeah,
it
can.
Oh, and Elder Scrolls Online, they had that for consoles too.
They did. There was a lot of complaints regarding Elder Scrolls Online. Our buddy, who I used to work with, he plays that. He played it for a bit, but it just seemed I'd just rather play Skyrim. Like when I saw that, like I'd rather go get Skyrim, but.
Skyrim, Daggerfall, Morrowind. And... Right.
Anyways.
On to the next topic.
Next topic, the smooth transition in the world. We're known for that. But anyways, this is an older game that y'all probably played already. We talked about it maybe a little bit. I don't know.
I think so.
It's Dragon Age Inquisition. Their DLC came out, I think, around the end of last year. It was the Trespasser DLC. And that was set... the whole deal with that was it was set 2 years after the main game. And kind of gives you an idea of what leading up into the next game is going to be, which is a good idea because, fuck, it took forever for Inquisition to come out. Mm-hmm. I mean, they did Dragon Age 1, and they threw Dragon Age 2 out, and because of the premise of Dragon Age 2, the entire game in of itself was more of a holding pattern, which, I mean, generally speaking from that game, sales does not work. Like, it could have been just condensed into an add-on for Dragon Age Origins. That's what I figured they were thinking. And they wanted to try with this. Now, that DLC was about $15, just like the rest of them, so I was like, oof. Like, that's over half the price I paid for the game. Alright, because I got it used. But I was playing the game, playing that, and I was actually really surprised at how well they did it. All in all, it took me about 4 to 6 hours to beat, and it was very satisfying on a level that you kind of saw with Dragon Age Awakening. Like, you got to see a lot of the same characters that you'd met beforehand, that you're just getting an update on them. And I'm just surprised the amount of detail they were able to put into something like that, because with each Dragon Age game, they've got to make each one more complicated. There's going to be so many different offshoots of stories you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to see your old characters like Iron Bull, all them again. The whole band is back together, and you're at a type of meat that decides the future for the Inquisition. Now, the Inquisition has spies in it, things infecting it, stuff like that. Orlais is just saying, oh, guys, join us. It'll be fine. You'll stay together, and we totally won't bully you around at all. And Ferelden's just like, no, you need to be disbanded. We don't like you having as much power. So, while you've got this fucking debate going down, of course, the fucking, what are they? Not Qunari. Yeah, the Qunari, they stage an attack. Nobody knows why. And for some fucking reason, the Inquisition's just like, okay, we need to handle this. So they don't even tell anyone that they find all this Qunari stuff. It's like not trying to alert anyone.
Yeah. And the way you said that, it's kind of like they stage the text like, what now? This will happen. You need us.
Oh, yeah. And first off, I'm going to say, go get it. It's really good. If you play Dragon Age Inquisition, you'll love this game. Also, I'm just going to say it right now, I'm going to spoil a whole bunch of shit. There's going to be discussion of everything in there.
Spoilers, if you don't want to listen anymore. Click away for this little annotation next to the... Anyway.
Alright, there you go.
I'll just edit it over it.
Good stuff. But what kind of happens, the reason why I picked it up is so I could figure out what happened with Solus. Well, shit gets freaky deaky. Essentially, I'm going to try and keep this as short and sweet as I can. Solus is Fen'Harel, the elven god that betrayed the other gods fucked him over and just locked him away and made the Fade. He was the one who made the veil, splitting the mortal world between the Fade, okay? So that's how his original plan in the game was, you know how Corypheus used that sphere to break open the Fade?
Mm-hmm.
Corypheus stole that from Solus, and Solus was planning to do that and completely tear down the mortal realm and bring the elven glory days back, because the reason why the elves were so good at magic was because there was no split in the mortal realm and the Fade, so all their power was just there. Think about like an external power bank versus an internal power bank. It's all just right there. So, yeah. And throughout the game, the main character, his mark starts messing up on his left hand, at least my dude's. And he's the only one who can fix you, because he did in the earlier parts of the game, because he knew what the orb would do. That's how he fixed you up and got you to fight all that.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, he was waiting for you to take down Corypheus, so he then could launch another plan that he had. The Canori were actually trying to break up the Inquisition because they knew they would take hold of power. They would use taking down Solus as an excuse to gain more power and view the Canori as a threat. So this is a political power play they're pulling.
Oh.
At one point through the game, the Canori actually took Gatlock, their explosive stuff, and they had those planted all over the palace you were in. And you had to go find them and get rid of them, when one of the Inquisition guards actually found him doing that. So it was crazy that this all got put together so decently well. Like, when you've got all this kind of political intrigue stuff going on, it's really easy to mess it up, but they weaved it in great. And around towards the end of the DLC, some of the characters, depending upon what you do with, say, Iron Bull, he could either betray you or still stay with you. Like, he still stayed with me because I just said fuck the Canari and blew up their boats, but if he was still with the Canari, he would betray you and try to kill you. Very end of the DLC, this is way fast forwarding. I thought there was going to be some badass boss fight with the leader of the Canari. Nah. He has the power to turn people into motherfucking stone, fucking Solus does. So you're wandering around this garden with a whole bunch of stone statues of Canari. This dude is insanely powerful. Around the very end of the game, he tells you his plans, and he temporarily fixes your hand. You can either try to redeem Solus, or just say, oh, I'm going to go kill you. I try to redeem Solus, because he's got his own goals. He doesn't want people to be oppressed anymore. He wants to bring back the old magic. I can see that.
Yeah.
But in the process, he doesn't want the mortal world to be taken over, but there isn't any other way that he can see to do it. So I just said, fuck it, I'll try and redeem you. So after you do that, my guy just starts crying in agony about his hand, and he said, enjoy the time you have left. And the screen went black, and I'm like, oh god, he dies. But no. I saw my dude actually coming down from the head, walking in his formal clothes with his hand cut off. The motherfucker cut off his hand and took the book. And when you take the book, you had, what is that lady's name that does all the political stuff? What is her name?
Josephine.
Josephine. She was pretty much stalling the entire congregation this entire time. So she was just getting sick of it. Like, there was even, like, people were arguing with each other in the Inquisition because this was so stressful. So you just walk in there like a baller motherfucker with the Inquisition book, and you can choose to either keep the Inquisition together for the future, but at the same time poses greater risk due to spies, stuff like that. Because Solus's spies ran into the Canari spies, and that's how you figured everything out. Solus was the one who gave you that clue of the Canari being there. He wanted you to have, some solace with the people. That way you just didn't die, So he told you about that. Or you could disband the Inquisition, generally disband them. It makes you weaker, but all the key members are still there to do what they would normally do. And hell, I chose to disband the Inquisition. I didn't want spies or any of that. So you could go and be ball and just be like, I declare the Inquisition disbanded. We just saved your asses. Fuck you. We're going to go do work on our own. So that's what we did. And I made Liliana divine even. And at the very end of the game, she walks into the room. Like in the original outfit she was in, yeah. So this is really going to help decide the future. Because
I romanced Cassandra and I made her divine.
Ugh. I feel sorry for you.
Oh, lordy.
Oh, lordy.
Now what happens with the other choice with Solus?
The other choice with Solus, it doesn't... I don't know, because you're just kind of talking to him. Either You could say, oh, I'm going to try and track down and kill you, or I'm going to try and redeem you. It just seems to be what you say to him, but the game said it was a key choice.
So, kind of basically, there's really no true good ending to this DLC.
Not really, and it avoids the Dragon Age 2 thing by dragging it out so long.
And you know what? I actually kind of like that because, I mean, let's face it, how do I put it? It's kind of like that Game of Thrones feeling to it, where, hey, it doesn't matter, there is no good ending, this is what's going to happen, regardless. So, I kind of like that. I like there's a no-win situation, but it can either go goodly or badly. That's how I like it.
It's all about damage control in Dragon Age games.
It's kind of like how Varric says it. I write tragedies.
Yeah, it's pretty much it.
So
yeah, it was very interesting to go through all that and meet a lot of the characters again. And it also, I mean, you've also got the things from the main game. Like, the Wardens just magically disappeared. Nobody knows where the fuck the rest of the Wardens are. And then the elves, all the elves in Orlais and Ferelden just start disappearing. They start moving somewhere. So they know what's going on. No, I've got no fucking clue what could possibly be in the next game.
And you know what sucks?
What's
I
that?
think in my main character, the one I'm now playing as, I think I actually accidentally sacrificed all the Wardens I have.
Ouch.
You can do that on the map. Like, I think...
I did that too.
Yeah, I was like, oh...
Yeah, they got too burnt out, but it was really neat to... I haven't played any other DLC, so there might be something I'm missing, I'm not sure. But it's definitely worth picking up. Like, $15, easy. Worth it.
See, I still need to finish the, was it the Deep Below or something like that?
The Dark Below.
Well, that's, Destiny.
Destiny, wow. Yeah.
It's the one where you go down to the deep roads.
Yeah.
I haven't finished that
like
one yet.
6 levels.
Yeah.
Like 6 levels
I
down.
finished Joseph Akon. You basically just find the old Inquisitor. He's elvish. I did not know that until I went.
Score one for the
wow.
elves.
And you get his armor too, which is pretty badass.
The helmet that you see in the trailers that you can't get if you don't get the DLC.
Oh, you can get it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I never found the damn thing.
You can buy it in that one.
Oh, okay, I'll need to do that. But,
At least I
yeah.
think so. I haven't played the game in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like, I got the game on PS4, and I played through that when I just got the PS4. I'll definitely be getting most of these games back on PC.
Which
Because
leads into the next topic.
It does, because the PlayStation 4 is the first console to really disappoint me.
How so?
Many different reasons. The first off, number one, is it's loud, very loud. They seem to take all the parts and just try and chuck it into as small package as possible. Now, granted, I know it's older hardware to make it cheaper, but they chose possibly the shittiest old hardware possible to even make this thing work. Like, this has already been beaten to death. I just want to go into other explanations why. Go ahead.
Didn't you buy yours used, though?
I did.
See,
But-
I bought mine new.
Doesn't seem to make too much of a difference. Is yours a bit more quiet? Because you've got the newer upgraded model.
A little bit.
A little bit.
You got an older model, didn't
Yeah, the original
you? Okay,
model.
so it's the original model we're talking about.
Yeah. Talking about the original model here, and
Okay.
a 500 gig hard drive standard. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, the games are so big these days. If you Grand Theft Auto 5 takes up over a tenth of the hard drive. That's why I deleted it off there.
Yeah.
Like, it should be minimum a terabyte. Bare bones minimum a terabyte these days.
Maybe a 1.5 terabytes.
1.5. You can take a 2 terabyte, like, smaller. You can even put an SSD in there if you wanted.
Yeah.
You could get terabyte drives, but that costs money, which I don't want to put into the console. That and everything seems so jank, like it can't multitask at all. Like, if you want to go to Spotify and listen to some music, which I like how Spotify's on there, I'm giving points for that. If you say are sick of listening to one album, you're playing Minecraft, you got to suspend the application, which you have to do that manually. It just says the application needs to be suspended, which takes more time. Then you go into Spotify, you have to boot up Spotify. Then you're running Spotify, getting the music you want. Then you go back into Minecraft, which you have to take back from freaking suspended mode. But then you're like, oh, I just like to skip to the next song. You can't do that from the menu, so you've got to suspend Minecraft, go to Spotify, pick a different album.
It's just a lengthy process that shouldn't even need to be there.
It shouldn't even need to be there. That and where's the excuse for not playing PlayStation 2 games? Where is it?
Yeah.
PS3, I get it. Weird ass cell processor, whatever. PlayStation 2 games, you want us to buy them again? Are you fucking kidding me? And this whole like fucking rental thing from online, that's stupid. Really stupid. Like I have a PS3 sitting right next to me, right on top of my PS4 on my little rack mount thing at home. I can just plug the games into there and play them if I wanted to.
Yeah.
That and, you know, just other stupid shit like how glitchy it is. Like, it could be the use model thing though, but sometimes I'll go and put it in rest mode and then it just won't go into rest mode, then it'll just shut off. And just like, what the fuck? Yeah, it'll glitch and sit there for like 5 minutes till it finally just cuts itself, kills itself, and then it just turns off. Just like, what the fuck? And other stuff
weird.
like that. Yeah, just stuff like that just really turn me off. That and where in the ever-loving mother of fuck is Uncharted 4? And why are they trying to make the damn game 1080p and 60 FPS even though they know it won't work? This has been beat to death, but I'm just giving my fucking 2 cents. Like,
it should be at least about 30 frames.
Just make the damn game 1080p across the board, because what they're doing is going 1080p resolution, 30 FPS for main campaign. Then it's going down to 900p resolution at 60 FPS for multiplayer.
That's... What?
Because the thing is, if there's power to be found in a console, Naughty Dog will find it. This means the PS4, even though it's technically a little bit stronger than the Xbox One, like that small shred stronger, it ain't gonna pull 60 FPS. And it seems like people are losing their minds that they don't get 60 FPS in console games. And I'm like, what the fuck do you expect? Like, 60 FPS only became a thing, like, at the tail end of last generation for console games.
Oh, yeah. And I think it was more or less because people were buying PCs.
Yeah, like, PCs, they started to understand what PC hardware is capable of. You know, you can run games in 60 FPS, but if you want to run The Witcher in 60 FPS, it costs money.
Yeah. And not only that, like, I mean, your eyes can adjust to 30 frames.
Yeah, or you can get people saying, like, the eye can only see 30 FPS. Like, people actually say that. Like, it's hilarious.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But it's fine. Like, it'll work fine as long as it's a smooth 30 FPS. Quit your bitching, but I get where you come from. For multiplayer games, it's nice to have 60.
I mean, I just started the Uncharted series. I just want to enjoy it.
I know.
I mean, sure, the graphics look good, but you can have a game without the best graphics. For example, Minecraft, and still have fun with it.
Oh yeah.
Undertale.
Yeah, Undertale's good. You've got Undertale. You've got stuff like Risk of Rain, like these old school games, stuff like that. They're coming up. So.
And you know what? You don't really need that to actually have fun in a game.
No, you don't. Like, not at all.
So.
But at the same time, it just seems like a hefty price to pay for older hardware. Like, that's why so many people are moving to PC, because people are kind of getting smarter with their money.
Yeah.
Not to say that if you want a console, don't get a console. There's some great games on console, like Infamous and Uncharted.
Infamous and Infamous.
But those are good games. But that's why I'm moving over to a PC. And as I was saying earlier, part of the reason why I haven't been editing was because I'm editing all this on an AMD A8 laptop. He's got a desktop computer, which is probably a bit stronger than my laptop.
Side note, I know his struggle, because my very first videos I rendered off a laptop and damn near cooked the thing.
That's why I need that damn thing for college coming up, so I'm trying to not do too much stress to it. But for all you computer nerds out there, I'm going to throw some specs at the wall of what I'm going to be building. It's going to be in Corsair Carbide, I believe 200R case. It is a Gigabyte, it's a Z97 chipset, Intel motherboard, ATX, regular ATX. I'm going to be putting in about 8 gig of RAM starting off. The CPU will be an Intel Core i5 4460. I'm not going overclockable with the CPU for now. Stock cooler for now. This is all stuff I plan to upgrade after I get it running. Then for the video card, I'm going with the R9 380 by Sapphire. It's like $210, but it comes like overclocked out of the box, stuff like that. So it should work well. The cooling's good, and I hear good on the numbers. Compared to the similar priced NVIDIA option, this one wins out a little bit. Probably go NVIDIA later on.
Yeah.
But as for the power supply, I'm getting a 750 watt. Like, I don't even need that much power, but I'll take it because I might be doing SLI or not SLI, Crossfire, using 2 different video cards later on. And just going with a 1 terabyte hard drive for now, Caviar Blue. It's like $50. I already got that in the mail. Like, I want to get an SSD sooner, so there's no moving parts, but that comes later. Then I'm going to be getting a Logitech G303 mouse, which those are ballin'. I'm probably just going to get a cheap membrane keyboard, something that can have red LEDs, because I like red LEDs in my stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the setup. I've got most of the smaller stuff bought. Just need to get the motherboard. Already got the motherboard. I need to get the case, the CPU, the graphics card. Then I'd like to buy a wireless card. And then I got to get the keyboard and mouse. Then the rest of it I can get later on. But that will be my new editing rig. Like, I'm going to be using this for hopefully the standard machine with parts changed out of it for the next 5 years. So I'm moving completely over to PC. Like, I'll be buying PlayStation products when they get lower in price. But yeah, moving to PC gaming. Because fuck it. We'll do it live. Good. He talks about the PC master race over here, and I'm throwing some shade in his direction, but man, his computer needs some TLC.
I was just
poor thing. Works so hard for us, the computer.
Yeah.
It's old school, good shit.
So you had a little fun the other day.
Hell yeah, I did. This was actually a couple weeks ago now, but I wanted to talk about how much fun this is to do.
Which we need to fucking record.
Yeah.
This would be fun just to...
Oh yeah, this would be fun to do ourselves. But if you're over the age of 21, we recommend trying this, and it's the Dark Souls drinking game. We decided to manufacture our own. Now, this was inspired for me from watching Joel from Vine Sauce. He was doing Drunk Souls on New Year's Eve, and he fucking called Japan.
And Rev.
Yeah, Japan and Rev and all that. And I'm just like, you know what? That would be interesting. So me and a couple buddies, one of my buddies was big into Dark Souls at one point. And I'm like, dude, we should go rent Dark Souls. And he was just like, yeah, let's go rent Dark Souls. And I didn't even think about the drinking game. I was like making the drinking game as a joke. And then he was like, yeah, let's go grab some booze for it. And I'm just like, fuck it, why not? I'll stay the night tonight. And just texted up parents like, hey, I'm going to be here. Then we got everything, came back, and we got like fucking a 12-pack. Like, my buddy got a 12-pack of beer they liked. I got a freaking 12-pack of, like, my favorite hard cider. And we converted it, instead of being shots, just taking a drink. I'll try and remember the rules as much as I can, and I'll lay them out for you. But essentially, you die, take a drink. You suicide, like leap off a ledge or something, you take 2 drinks. Every 1,000 to 2,500, because we're not good at keeping track of numbers, everyone takes a drink. Let's see, what else was it? You heal yourself using an Estus flask or a life gem. It's 1 drink for you. For both Estus flasks and life gems. And for however many you took, you had to take that many drinks. Then, we never got to this goal, but we did this one. If the boss in a level dies, everyone finishes their drink. Then there was one...
I'm gonna stop you there. You didn't kill a boss?
No.
Which one were you fighting?
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you how this all plays out in a minute. But then we had stuff like that, and like for every single individual different item you bought from the merchant, you had to take a drink. But if it was something like 2 Estus flasks, you'd only take 1 drink. I wanted to keep that the way it was. But yeah, we were going into the game like that. Every time you died, you passed the controller. And I think it was like anytime you find a bonfire, everyone else drinks. So we wanted to have a little bit of sabotage in there. And Jesus Christ, man. Like, we were all playing the game. It was like 4 of us there. None of us were very good at the game. Like, I'm pretty good at Bloodborne, but Bloodborne's way easy compared to Dark Souls. Like, it's way more action-packed, you're a lot more mobile in that game. It was just like, I got this, fuck it. So I got in the game, die. Take a turn. So, we were playing through the first level, so we got to that castle point, where all the knights are around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about as far as we got in the game. Because everyone was, like, dying, getting their ass kicked. It was past the controller. And people were just like suiciding, stuff like that. And by the time this was over, I had 5 hard ciders. 5 of them. Then I called it quits. I'm like, I'm done. Enough is enough. I know my limits here. It was ridiculous. So
next time you do that, I'm coming along.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Because just remember, do this stuff safe. Like the best people I did it with don't like go outside or anything. We were just gonna be inside the whole night. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. Don't do any of that. You can drink and do Dark Souls, but you'll probably regret it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I recommend that if you're over the age of 21. It's fun.
You should say which boss. Was it the giant?
It was we tried the giant later on, like the day after, but it was you get past all the knights and you get into this round room and then there's some big knight dude. I think it was like a staff or something. I don't remember.
Oh,
it's kind of all the memories are kind of hazy.
Okay, I know where you're at. I can beat that guy.
Yeah. We'd like to definitely try that again sometime. It's not something I could do very often. Like, we were just... Like, it had been so long since we hung out and done something. We were just like, fuck it. Let's do it. We'll do it live. So we did it.
So yeah, if someone were to take the note, oh, that's easy. And then if we ever make a video on it, and I get my ass... beat by that guy. Remember that moment.
Remember that one precious moment.
So what was the...
Well, we were, I gave you Pokemon yesterday. So,
yeah.
So what's it been like going back to he's been playing a remake of Gold. So what's it been like for you kind of going back to one of your childhood games, man?
I know it's not the Gold I remember, but it's definitely... I was like, this just brings back so many memories. Like, last night I was going to play a little bit of Fallout and maybe work on some editing, but I was like,
nope,
Pokemon. The very first Pokemon I ever played, was Yellow. On the Game Boy Color. I actually, hate to admit this, but I actually stole my cousin's Game Boy Color with Yellow in it just to play it. Just to play it.
Savage.
So... I played it for a week, and I saw him again. Like, hey, I kind of stole your Game Boy, and here's it back. It's like, oh, I figured you might have taken it anyway. Like, oh, but then the next one I played was Gold, and my brother had gotten Crystal.
Ooh,
Crystal. He never really. I think he lost it actually. Now that I think about it, he never got through it because he didn't understand it. I played throughout Gold. I got to the Elite Four and I had beat the game. The thing I regret the most from Gold, I accidentally killed Ho-Oh.
Oh, we all had
and
that.
I had wasted my Master Ball.
We've all done that. We all know the pain.
And I still regret it to this day. But now that I've got Heart Gold, thanks to you, I can redeem myself.
Redeem yourself and get that catch.
And then we will have our Pokemon battle.
We sure will. Now, I've been playing the Ruby remake myself because I got this 3DS for free. No, I didn't steal it. But I got a 3DS XL. It's not the new 3DS XL, but it works and it does its job. And I was freaking out, like sending him text messages a few nights ago, just by how long I've been out of the loop. Because think about this.
Oh, I've been out of the loop for years.
Oh yeah, the most recent Pokemon game I'd played before now was the Silver remake. Any Pokemon fans in the audience are gonna go, dear God, most likely, because after the Silver remake, she had Black and White, then Black and White 2, and then you had Pokemon X and Y, and now it's Ruby remake. So I get into the game, and there's 3D polygonal graphics, like shit polygons, like N64. You can run immediately in the game. You don't need to go like halfway through the game just to get fucking running shoes. The Pokemon battles are in full 3D like they were in Coliseum back in the day. Great game, by the way. It's just like blowing my mind, like to how much thought they put into this. Like, it's also got compatibility with the newer gen Pokemon and everything. I haven't touched Y yet. I also have that one too. But just coming back to it, they've always been good games. Like, there hasn't really been a bad mainline game. Like, people will talk about Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. They'll just be like, eh. Or some people will be like, oh, they're shit. I'm just like, that's the one I got back into. That's the one I got back into it after like Fire Red years ago. I just picked that up for cheap and played it. I thought it was fine. And it's crazy that I didn't even look up footage of Black and White or Black and White 2. Like, I only recently saw footage because I looked up reviews. And it's crazy they did a sequel to a mainline Pokemon game, taking place in the story. But here's something that's interesting. The main thing. So theoretically, if you have all the hardware and the time possible, it is possible to transfer your Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire all the way up to the remakes. It is possible. Now let me get some long-ass explanation telling you how to do it. Ruby and Sapphire. You can beat the game. You can go ahead, trade those over to Fire Red and Leaf Green if you wanted to. Which, the Game Boy Advance games, any of them, you can put them into Diamond and Pearl and transfer the Pokemon from that into Diamond and Pearl if you have the GBA slot, like on an old DS.
Oh.
So you take them into Diamond and Pearl, they're in the DS games. So in the DS games, you can trade them over to pretty well any single one in the Gen 4 family. From either, I don't think you could do it with Black and White. I think Black and White was technically Gen 5. Mm-hmm. But say you could trade Pokemon from Platinum that you put in from Ruby and Sapphire. You could trade them over Soul Silver or whatever. But you could have that DS cart. Then there was some way you could transfer it from the DS cart into Black and White 1 and 2. And from Black and White 1 and 2, you can put it into X or Y. Ruby and Sapphire. You can take them that far.
Jesus.
Like, I still have a Charizard that I had from freaking Fire Red and a whole bunch of old Pokemon there that are like Squad. And freaking brought them all the way from Fire Red into Leaf Green, then from Leaf Green into Diamond, then from Diamond into Soul Silver. They've gone a long way. I'm going to try and keep them. So I have a copy of Pokemon White 2. I want it the first one, like Pokemon White 1. So I can actually have some context. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be transferring all of them over as best I possibly can. Because it's going to be dope.
Then you got your whole army of Pokemon ready for you.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I've got so many friggin' Pokemon scattered about in these old games that I need to keep them. Yeah. Put so much time into it.
Yeah, I basically stopped after Gen 2.
I did too, really.
I hate to say it, but some of the Pokemon designs that they've come out with since
recently, ugh.
I'm just like,
some of them are just shit.
I'm like, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should devote the time to actually play them, but I'll stick with Gold.
Yeah.
That's the one I have the most memories with. So.
Yeah, and most of the time, I actually played Fire Red. A long time. A very long time. It was the remakes of Red and Blue.
Okay, do emulators count?
Yeah, those can count. If you've been playing on emulators, you can.
Then I played Fire Red.
Yeah, that was badass. I played Red, Blue, and Yellow, then Fire Red came out. I played that. I skipped Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. I skipped... What was it after that? Diamond and Pearl until they dropped in price.
Diamond and Pearl.
Then it was Soul Silver, Heart Gold. Then I got those later on. But then I completely skipped Black and White too, because I looked at those designs and it's go look at some of the designs. It looks like Square Enix made them because it got so many pointy bits going off of them. It's crazy. Not to say that they're bad per se. It's just it made me feel old. But they're definitely worth checking out. The problem is these games hold their value really well because they're consistently good. Like, you're going to be paying like $40 for most of these games. The newer ones, yeah, like the Ruby remakes, I think they're still like $40 or $50. But I really recommend the Ruby remake. I can definitely recommend this one to you. It is just a solid game. But yeah, that's just what it's like coming back after Pokemon for so many years. I'm just like, what year is it? Walking around in 3D, taking out motherfuckers and shit.
I mean, I've got an SP that I bought, and I've also got that Game Boy Micro, not the Micro, but the smaller version of the Color. I've got
nice.
that I bought from the Goodwill. I've got Blue, but I never really finished it.
Yeah, I played the fuck out of Pokemon Blue. You know Missing No, right? You've done that, right?
No.
Oh yeah, Missing No was in.
I didn't even know about it until I Read it on the internet.
Yeah, back before the days that I even knew internet was a thing, we had a neighbor, and he's like, dude, check this out. It's like, I learned how to get Missing No. It's like, what the fuck is Missing No? Secret Pokemon. Come check this out. Just like, be careful, though. It might fuck with your game. And it will eventually ruin your game if you keep using it. Like, it will ruin it. It will brick it. Like, it got to the point in my blue save where the Hall of Fame was fucked up. Instead, I entered it, like, 500 times. Like, I beat all the gym leaders 500 times, and then just be, like, garbled pixels as to the Pokemon that went into it. So I'm like, okay, time to get rid of Missing No. But you could use that glitch to get yourself, like, infinite Master Balls. Like, it was weird, the stuff you could do with it.
Man.
It was crazy.
Okay, I will say this. There is one Pokemon that I will play.
What's that?
That one from the creepypasta, Pokemon Black. Just Black. Not the new Black. Just, well, they call it Ghost Black now. Basically, you start off with a ghost from Lavender. You know when you go into...
Yeah, you go to Lavender Town, you don't have the Silph Scope.
Yeah, Social's ghosts. Well, you get the ghost start off, and the only move is Curse, and it will kill the Pokemon and the trainer. And you do that, you beat it all the way through, and the only soundtrack that's playing throughout the whole game is the Lavender Town music.
Creepy ass song.
So, I want to play that. I think that someone did make that, but I could be wrong. I will play that just to get the creeps.
Oh yeah.
Because I love creepy stuff like that.
Man, the community for Pokemon got huge on YouTube. Fucking enormous. Like, I remember when Tamishi Hikora did Pokemon stuff way back in the day, like 07, 08. And now she's getting pretty huge on other things. I remember she just, like, record, using Visual Boy Advance gameplay footage in those games and do stuff in that, make little skits with that. And now she's just, like, huge. Like, back when she had, like, 1,000 or so subs back in the day, like, it was crazy. Like, see where everybody's gone now in this wonderful world of Pokemans, but I'm not sure what they're going to do next. I mean, remaking fucking Diamond and Pearl seems a little ridiculous right now.
Maybe go original and not make your Pokemon trash.
There is literally a pile of trash.
I know.
Like, I think it just makes me laugh.
And I know I'm going to get heat on this. It's just, I'm an old guy. I like the Gen 2 and Gen 1 look. That's just how I am. And like I said, I will eventually, probably down the road, play them and get into them, but I don't know, just some of those.
Some of them are just like, some of them are really powerful. Like, I don't really even care how they look anymore. I care about their movesets, types, and all that shit. Like, I have it down to a science.
I know,
but it takes a while to get past that.
I just remember the dream team I had. It was just mostly Dragon and Arcanine and I think another type of Pokemon. I'm not really sure. I think it was Celebi. No.
Nah, you probably couldn't get Celebi back in the day.
No. But anyway, yeah, that's what I had back in the day. So.
Back in the day. But yeah, if you guys are able to get a hold of a 3DS and hate Nintendo like I do, buy it used. And buy all their games used. That way they don't get any of the profits.
Yar har.
Fuck you, Nintendo, and your stupid user program, Nintendo creators program bullshit.
So,
we hope the NX does well.
Yeah. Okay. I know you took that shot. I will say this. I kind of an open letter. Nintendo. You have been around since 1911 as a playing card company. You have so much fucking history in your books. It's remarkable. You even brought down the mighty Universal Pictures because they tried to sue you for Donkey Kong. You brought them down to a level. And then you made the SNES, the N64 with that fucking dildo controller, which was kind of weird. Then you made the GameCube, which was the first console I ever bought. And I had games for it, and I loved it. Then came the Wii. Then came the Wii U. And then you're just slowly declining. I want you to take a moment, take a step back, and just kind of realize, just take inventory. And realize, maybe it's time for just a little bit of a change. maybe just... I love you guys. I'm just saying, you just need to take a moment and, like, if you were to bomb after the NX, that's just history gone. I just really hope you don't end up like Sega. I don't want that to happen to a company with so much friggin' history, and just to watch it just destroy itself.
Don't be Sega.
Don't be Sega.
Hashtag don't be Sega.
So that's all I have to say. I was gonna make a whole video on it and with slideshows and everything, but I'll never get to it.
Yeah, because we're lazy.
Well, I don't have that much patience to put on that, but that's just my open letter to you guys. Just still be around in the next 20 years.
Well, if they were back in 1911, that means their 100-year anniversary was in 2011.
Yeah.
So that means they're kind of on the decline in immortality.
Yeah.
You know, no company has known past 100 years.
Yeah, they made Mako cards.
Yeah, they did stuff like
win
that.
Shit.
Win shit. But yeah, I'd say keep going with the 3DS in that market.
Yeah.
Like, as long as that, I think the new 3DS was a bad move. In general.
Oh, one more thing. Let third-party developers, let them kind of design the games they want to and not just your way. That's pretty of a douchey thing to do. Especially when you've got Microsoft and Sony. You know. Sorry, that's...
Yeah, that and the Wii U was just old hardware. Like, a lot of people don't even want to publish on it. But at the same time, Nintendo's going to be fine. Yeah.
It's their whole algorithm is hard to develop for. I remember watching an interview that got I forget who was from. I think it was actually from Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
They said Nintendo wanted it this way, and they're like, "Well, no, we're going to go with these two other companies."
Yeah, but Ubisoft can go be a dick, so
yeah,
I don't care what they say.
Even though I did say something about the vision, I just really...
Yeah.
With the past Assassin's Creeds... Oh, speaking of Assassin's Creeds, before we wrap up, there's not going to be one...
I heard about that. There's not going to be one this year.
Good.
Like, we're sick of... they're all noise to me now. Like, they're just noise. Like
I played 3, I hated it, even though the main character has my first name.
Spoiler alert, he dies.
I don't give a shit. He was a whiny bitch.
It's just... they built up a character for so many games.
He was a whiny bitch. I hated him.
Wasn't he white?
No, he was native.
Oh, I'm talking about...
Ezio?
No. Yeah, not Connor. The other dude. The dude who steps into the Animus. Desmond, yeah, he dies.
I knew that.
Yeah. Just like, fuck you. We're going to spend a bunch of time building up this character through 3 games. Have fun.
I knew that. I knew he was going to die.
It's just, I'm glad it's gone, and they just need to quit. Yep. Like, who the fuck owns the rights to Time Splitters anymore? Where is that?
That's coming.
Yeah. I remember hearing that. That was coming back in 2012.
Might be coming back this year, from what I've heard.
Supposedly. So. They're trying so hard to keep people's attention on that. I'm just like, you know something I would like to see? Final Fantasy VII be one entire game. The fucking that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Long story short, something I've been noticing is like Namco Bandai have been putting out a lot of their JRPGs on PC. Even though Tales of Symphonia port was ass, and there was a guy on YouTube who said if your port is ass, people are gonna pirate it because you don't deserve money for it. Like, if it barely works, people are gonna pirate it. You don't deserve money for it. Like, that's my thought. Like, it's fine. Just delay it. Just say, hey, we're having problems. Or be like...
Well, yeah, take a page out of CD Projekt Red's book. They delayed The Witcher 3 2 or 3 times. I got pissed at it, but the end result was awesome.
And that got Game of the Year from so many different people.
My game.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red, I hope you're watching this. I love you.
He loves you so much, and he would like to tickle your cockles.
They are coming out with an MMO based on Cyberpunk.
Ooh, that sounds neat.
It's taking its sweet time, which it should, but like again, developers taking a page out of their book.
Yeah, take their sweet time.
Bow to our Polish overlords.
Bow to our Polish overlords. Plus, they're the ones who own Good Old Games, and I like that. They don't want any DRM, and I love that. Like, fuck your DRM, just give me the damn game.
I do have one issue.
What's that?
I bought Heroes Might and Magic Gold.
Yeah?
I can't get the damn thing to run.
It's probably on your end.
I know.
Like, it is not their fault.
I know it's not their end. I just don't know how to...
Go learn stuff about computers. But anyways, this is stuff we're just bullshitting now.
We're bullshitting now.
Bullshitting now. PC problems. He needs to learn PC stuff. Go in the comments. Go tell him to go learn PC shit. Go yell at him. Go tell him to go watch Tech Quickie and Linus Tech Tips. Please listen to me.
And with that note, tell Jacob he can suck a big fat dick. We'll see you later on Clock Punchers.
Everybody.
I won't lie. This is definitely me when I'm driving.